The Twinklers Monday, Wednesday, Friday class made this beautiful fountain called Waterfall. The idea of Waterfall started with an art experience where the children were squeezing paint onto rocks. After squeezing more and more paint, they started noticing how the paint dripped off the edge of the rock and called it a waterfall. So we started exploring waterfalls. First, we investigated the downward movement of waterfalls using paint, cars, and a ramp. And again, when we used watercolor and pipettes to watch how the paint rolls down the paper. We also explored how water is used in art. First by experimenting with a combination of liquid watercolor and salt, then with color bleeding tissue paper and wet paintbrushes. A provocation of rocks, clay, and water allowed the Twinklers to explore stacking, pouring, and watching the water drip from rock to rock. They also helped smooth and shape chunks of clay into rock formations. Once the clay was hollowed out and fired, the Twinklers glazed each rock. Finally, the whole piece was assembled to make a beautiful and relaxing fountain. Goodnight Twinklers is the name of this piece created by the Twinklers Tuesday-Thursday class. Drawing on their interest in color and shapes, along with their love of painting, this collaborative art piece was born. This colorful work was created in several steps or layers. The students rolled, brushed, squeegeed, scraped, texturized, and printed layers of brightly colored acrylic paint. Each layer was allowed to dry, and then shapes made of tape were applied in between each layer. Afterwards, the shapes were removed to reveal the layers of color underneath. Another layer of colorful shapes was added on top by masking off areas with tape and paper. For the final layer, the children painted with bubble wrap on top of the painting to add both texture and depth. During the painting process, the children delighted in using all the different painting techniques to layer on the colors. We had engaging conversations about color and shapes and tools during each painting session. Lots of colorful hands contributed to this messy but meaningful work of art.